blah blah. And if you're hearing sounds in the background, that's my wife playing the Switch. Interesting church day. Interesting church day and interesting day immediately after. First of all, the church day. Let's talk about being overly emotional when you're doing a closing prayer at the end of a service. And let's talk about respecting time. So today, had somebody praying in who got a little too caught up with emotion at the end of the service. I realize they were being led, and I realize they were going with the dictates of their emotion. But they were bawling out in front of the mic, and the sound levels could not handle it. And it just, you felt sorry. Like, it felt painful. It really sounded painful. Again, could be the dictates of their emotion. Wasn't going to criticize them on that point, but we really should record these people when they do this so they know what's happening, because that's what they sound like to other people. And if you're new there, it sounds like hysterics. Point 1b, appropriate time. When people give you a time slot to exhort for an offering, don't turn it into a platform to preach in. I say this because you usually have about 5 minutes to make your point on offering. Don't take 15 minutes explaining the theological niceties of everything you just talked about, especially if you're stuttering. Not stuttering as in a speech condition, stuttering as in you didn't do enough preparation and you can't find your notes and you basically just spent 2 minutes looking for scripture on what is essentially your offering message. It's really weird for me to criticize right now, but it's been stuff that I've observed is happening and kind of needs to be looked at. Like, we really already have a 36-minute sermon. It's a 36-minute message. For a Pentecostal-ish congregation, at around that time of the morning, 36 minutes is plenty. Like, it's a lot. So, yeah, that's the end of point 1b. Going on to point 2a. How my mother gets lost upon arriving in another country. Interesting thing happened. I got a call on an instant messaging app, and it was my mom, who is in Japan and knows not a lick of the language except the stuff we've been telling her in preparation for her going there. Particularly a friend of ours who has given her handy-dandy directions on how to get to the Shinkansen to Osaka from Tokyo. So, in essence, basically, directions on how to catch a train from one city to another from the airport. And lo and behold, here comes this call in the middle of me doing a very rare thing, a manual grocery shop. We usually order online. Hello, I said. Hello, she said. Konnichiwa, I said, greeting her in the local language. Hello, she said. Do you by any chance know the way to Tokyo from Narita Airport? I then took a minute and went, wait a minute. Did what's his name give you directions to Tokyo from Narita Airport? Yes, but I don't know where I put the instructions. Okay, all right. So, formulating a solution to this, and at the same time, wondering why the hell you would not put some rather important travel instructions somewhere where you can find them. Anyway, I said, well, it's not that hard. You've already got English speakers there giving you directions. Why don't you listen to them? She was asking me if I recalled any of this advice, and I quietly pointed out to her that this was advice that she and my friend had done in a private conversation with me not being involved. Okay then, she said, we will try and find our way. I was like, okay, cool. Let me know what happens when you get to Osaka. Good luck. Thankfully, minutes later she finds out that she can take the Narita Express from the airport to Shinagawa Station, where she can then catch the bullet train to Osaka. Why not Tokyo? I wondered. Well, she explained, there was a lot of congestion, a lot of people in Tokyo, so they sent her to a quiet station, Shinagawa, which they said was best for her to catch to get to Shin Osaka. Fine, I said, whichever way helps for you to get there, it's going to be fine. And so she is now on her way there. I'm hoping she's going to arrive in the next 1.5 hours and let me know that she's there. Not for any particular reason other than the fact that she's probably going to ask directions to where she's staying. Yeah, rather interesting day. And now, if you don't mind, I am going to take a short rest, and then I'm going to cook dinner. Cool. This has been the most cogent blog I've put up in like, what, 2 weeks of this thing? Yep. And this is why I shouldn't be cogent, because it takes 6 minutes to put the darn thing up on recording. Also, I'm on a bed with no cat. This is not good.